Good morning, David. Well, as the investigation continues, so too does the mourning and remembrance of the 8 victims killed in Tuesday's terror attack, including Darren Drake. Darren Drake was one of 2 Americans killed. The 32-year-old programmer was on his lunch break when he was mowed down by that terrorist on Tuesday. The wake is in New Jersey today. 5 of the 8 killed were friends visiting from Argentina for their 30-year high school reunion at the Argentine consulate in New York yesterday. Surviving friends called for justice and for love to unite us all. The victims were bicycling together when they were struck. This as investigators continue to comb through the terror suspect's phone and online contacts. ISIS has claimed responsibility for the attack, but authorities so far believe Saifullah Saipov self-radicalized in the United States and acted alone. Investigators have spoken to neighbors at his New Jersey apartment complex who say he was seen speaking to other men. His wife is reportedly cooperating with the FBI. She claims she did not know about the attack beforehand. They've also questioned a 32-year-old Uzbek friend who reportedly was called by the suspect before the attack. He has not been called a suspect. Meantime, here in New York City, the city has already put in new barriers along the very bike path that was used by this terrorist. Some of these barriers are small, like these. Others are large highway barriers along the 57 intersections along this bike path on the west side of Manhattan. This as security has been ramped up for the New York City Marathon tomorrow. They have added more blocker vehicles, strategically placed vehicles put in and around the marathon to prevent possible vehicle strikes and protect pedestrians.
We more than doubled our observation teams, our rooftop observation posts, as well as our counter sniper teams from the Emergency Services Unit throughout the boroughs, not just here in Manhattan. And we've also added more heavy weapons teams.
And David, among those of the victims were those 12 injured, including a Belgian woman who was here on vacation, an avid cyclist who was doing cycling for charities all around the world. She lost both of her legs, the most severe injury of all the injuries. Her husband and 16-year-old son were also among the injured. David.
Oh, it's tragic. And just to show the international quality of New York City, 5 of those killed were from Argentina. I mean, this was it brings us back to 9/11 when so many international folks outside of the states were killed. Bryan, thank you very much for that report.